a lot of executives have assistants who kind of set up the day for them, maybe able to interact with their inbox. So most of them are not looking at their inbox on a daily basis. They have people to help. But now, what you're showing, based on what you just said, is a good opportunity for anybody to be able to not have what I'll consider a traditional interface with the inbox. There are other modalities you can use to interface with it, right? So I'm excited about seeing what your demo showing.
That's exactly right, Rajni. I think multimodal is the key, right? So how can we interact seamlessly with our inbox, with our voice, right? So I'll just play a short clip. It's about a minute, so then we can talk about it.
Perfect.
Which emails need my attention today?
Good morning, Orlando. I have reviewed your emails, and the ones that require your attention today are the emails from Mary Gade and Shane Spector. Mary Gade is inquiring about a meeting.
Draft a response back to Shane.
Dear Shane, thank you for your generous offer to support my father's campaign. I appreciate your enthusiasm and willingness to help. I am happy to inform you that we would be delighted to.
Tell me more about polymet mining.
I apologize, Orlando, but I'm not familiar with polymet mining. I can help you with any email-related questions you may have.
Can you check my emails and tell me more about polymet mining?
Yes, of course, Orlando. I can check your emails and tell you more about polymet mining. I understand that Mary Gade from Polymet Mining has reached out to you and is looking to meet with.
Draft a response back to Mary stating that I'll meet Polymet Mining while I'm in DC.
Dear Mary, thank you for your email. I would be happy to meet with you and your client, Polymet Mining, while I'm in DC next week. Please let me know when and where.
So that's basically the flow. I think embedded in this are a few things, right? I want to bring to attention, like, what if this particular AI agent understood my style? Again, it's hard to decipher from here what is your style. I just took some from Kaggle, I took sample emails and fed it. And so I think from here, I want the audience to imagine, right? If it were your email and if the AI agent were to learn your personality and respond back in your style, right? Create drafts. It's not like full autonomy. Yeah, you want this thing to create drafts so you can review and you can send it along. And also I want to show that it's restricted to only emails, right? It may not answer anything outside. You don't want it to go outside your email. So that's how I staged this demo. What do you think, Rajni?
That is very cool. I mean, it's I can see this. I think we talked about a little bit. So when you are driving to maybe into work, and you can interact with an agent and say, kind of prep it, right? So, hey, what are some of the emails that need my attention? Here are 4 emails. Let's draft some responses so that by the time you get to the office, there's these responses already drafted, ready to go. You just review it and hit send, or make changes if you needed to. But really, not everybody can afford a VA, right? Even for work or even your personal things. But being able to bring an agent who, to your point, not only is going to respond to it, but respond over time in the same style, or if you feed it information to start with, it'll respond with your same quality or the same style. I see this as an amazing standalone bot that, as an entrepreneur, you can use that to sell to busy executives or even entrepreneurs who just are overwhelmed with information. How do they stay up on top of the email? So, and I can see a point at which where you get very comfortable where you can move it to respond to some of these non-critical emails by yourself, but then you just kind of prioritize only to respond to critical emails.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I want everyone to imagine, right? If the system were to learn your personal interaction one-on-one basis with the other contact that you have, right? So because each contact, you have a context in your brain, and that's how we react and respond and do everything, right? So some are personal, some are work plus personal, some are pure work. So what if the system learned that kind of interaction, right? That's where the real power lies, right? Now it can tailor make responses to individual contacts in your address book. that'll be fun. Again, down the future sometime, it's all going to happen. But it's just a concept demo with the stitching together what's available today.
That is very cool. I need one for my email too, by the way. So just letting you know. How long did it take you to do something like this?
For this, I repurposed one of our. Again, we have been doing a lot of demos. So I took, if you remember, we did one demo for talking to a system which will filter resumes, or a resume expert or career expert,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So I
Mhm.
borrowed some of the code, and then I think it probably took uh, in a 8-hour term, probably 3 days, um, probably to stitch it together to get it all functioning, indexing. And it took some time to index 2,000 emails on my PC. I have a decent GPU, but it still took some time because now it has to do everything locally. I didn't send the embeddings to a public. This one, only the large language, just so we are clear, right? The indexing and everything was done locally. But OpenAI is used only for large language model to format the response so it looks like much more human-like, right? But the data that is fed to OpenAI comes from my PC. I indexed everything. I query my local PC and retrieve the data and throw it at OpenAI. Say, hey, format a response based on that thing.
Perfect. Okay, that is very cool. So good
Cool.
turnaround time, and it's going to get to your point. You can. This is just a baseline, right? There's so much more features or functionality you can add to this. So this is a great. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Absolutely.